Well, hello there, and welcome back to some more From the Depths, where today I'm in the sandbox mode where I'm aiming to build a traditional battleship, and I aim to keep it under 25k volume and 250k resources. Right now, it's just the starting point. It has 41k power, I think, 45k power at the moment, and the ammo box is here, which is pretty darn protected. We can easily blow it up. And literally nothing will fall off. Nothing will get damaged. And I'm very happy about that. One heavy armor, then one metal armor at 3 sides, and 2 heavy armor and stone armor at 1 side gives you pretty great of an armor. I have went ahead and fit 4 advanced cannons as main cannons of this ship, 3 of which are essentially rail assisted guns, and as you guys can see, it's rail assisted, not rail guns, because only 93 meters per second of assistance. Technically I did not need this long a railgun barrel, but technically it didn't look good unless I did this. And you guys know, for me, aesthetics is better than efficiency and stuff. And this gun is basically, let's say, a big minigun. Can you even call it a minigun? Big machine gun which spews out frag spam shells, and the middle one spews out disruptor conduit. And I say spews out because you guys will see. So these things can recharge at pretty ridiculous rate of 1 second and uses only 15,000 energy per shot. So technically each turret, not cannon, these are 2 cannons, each turret uses 30k power per second. So we needed 90k power, and we have 91k power for the batteries. Yep. I cut no corners on this thing. Let's get a fire control computer. I don't know why I deleted that. Let's look at them, shoot stuff, then I will explain the shells to you guys. You saw why I said this thing spews out shells? Look at the fire rate, it's 60 per minute. Disruptor conduits, frag spam shells. These are 8 meter long shells, which are half HESH and half heat. And all of these shells have base bleeders, so they're all hypersonic shells. They all travel faster than the speed of sound. And look at that, we have absolutely no problem of electricity with this thing. This thing recharges pretty quickly. And I think I forgot to limit one of these railguns. They can shoot faster, they can shoot 3 shells per second in non-railgun mode. So yeah, I messed up one of those, which I'll be fixing. And now let's have a look at the shells. These railgun assisted cannons are shooting 8 meter shells, which are essentially half shape charge secondary and half squash heads, so mixed heat and HESH shells. The heat penetration metric is 231. Imagine that. It would go straight through the entirety of a thin ship. And the HESH spalling metric is 209 as well. And the smaller shells are complete disruptor conduits and complete frag spams. Oh, did I mention... let me just show you guys instead of mentioning. Yep. They don't blow up the whole turret anymore. You can take out as many ammo clips as you want. Imagine the reduction in repair cost for that. The reason for that? This thing is completely made out of ammo ejectors in the bottom. Imagine that. I thought these are HESH and heat shells. So they would not directly affect the turret in here, would they? They'd go straight through the bottom of the ship and go attack the ocean. Ocean, we do hate you. And look at that. Even the last layer is not damaged all that much. Let's do that again in slow motion. And then pause the game. The shells go down, they blow up because of the inertial fuse, and then they spew out millions of fragments. Just look at the amount of fragments, look at the amount of hash fragments, and look at the amount of heat fragments. They are amazing. They should rip apart anything that comes in their way, and to make things better, we even have disruptor conduits. But it's very bad for you, Ocean. You're gonna lose a lot of health, Ocean. And it's good for us because no more blowage of the whole turret just if one of the ammo clips get destroyed. Amazing, isn't it? All thanks to a friend who helped me place the ammo ejectors, because you guys know I suck at placing ammo ejectors. And here we have a mostly completed outer structure, and when you look at it from the top, you can probably see a lot of missiles, which I'm very happy about. There are 10 long missiles with a lot of fuel tanks, so they can reach up to 2.5 kilometers from the launch pad. So they are really long range missiles, and they kinda look very amazing when they're doing the jobs. They're fast, they're big, and they're going straight for the water. Come on, why did the one that showed up had to go for the water? And we have the front, mainly copied from the Imp because I loved it so much and that thing fit in here so much. These are going to be torpedoes, and a little bit more of the superstructure is left, so this thing should be completed in like an hour. I hope so. And I'm really happy with how it looks, but unfortunately I wanted a ship that would stay below 15k volume, but as I realized, if I want a nicely armored ship, that is kind of impossible. So this thing is already 21k volume, and by the time I finish, I anticipate it will be 23k volume, but nonetheless it is heavily armored, heavily protected, and it has a lot of firepower. That is all I care about. Ahem. Did not expect this, guys. I accidentally spawned in a bulwark while I wanted to spawn something easy from Onyx Watch to test it out, but I accidentally did spawn in a bulwark and I forgot to turn off its AI, so the bulwark and my unfinished ship had a fight. You saw the bulwark. The bulwark did some heavy damage to the ship nonetheless, yeah, because the shields are not up and the superstructure isn't really complete, but the thing is, none of our turrets blew up. And the bulwark, you guys saw it. It's basically dead. This ship is gonna be deadly. Look at that. The bulwark is on combat mode. And the bulwark is dead. I want to officially do this fight again. Wow. Oh, come on, bulwark. Don't do this. It's not finished. See? The heavy armor is still holding up, but the engine, wow, the engine compartment is gone. But it is still shooting, it's still shooting, wow. I am impressed. And it's a good thing that I accidentally spawned in the bulwark, because something I did notice is that the engine compartment was blown up, because I don't know how I did this, but I kind of forgot the heavy armor in one line. And all the shell went in through that one absent line of heavy armor, and it wrecked the whole engine compartment. So good thing I found that out. Now I'm gonna fill it with heavy armor. Heavy armor for the win. Jesus. Now it's much more protected. Beauty floats. Although I have to set up the PID system such that it doesn't look it's gonna sink any minute, and I have added a lot of propellers, but you cannot see any propellers under it because I did not know somehow this works. I did know this works, that is, even the huge propellers need one block of clearance, but I always thought they would let water in and the air pumps would not work, so I always encase these in their separate compartments. But I learned it from the forums that this somehow does not allow water to get in, and this works. So armored propellers as well, and I added one TNT block here, which I forgot to waterproof, because that works as an amazing aim point selection distraction. Look at that, guys, with the amount of propellers that this thing now has under it, it can easily turn into a submarine. And look at them, they're not even spinning that hard, they're just barely working. They're using barely any engine power at all. Wow, they're actually using less than 200 engine power. That is good. But as you guys can see, this was accidental. I was setting up the PID and I accidentally set the altitude PID to -70 instead of -7, and it went straight down, crashed into the ocean bottom, and I wanted to see what happened. So I can turn this into a submarine, but this is not really built to be a submarine because I think this missiles won't be firing, but let's try it out, I guess. Oh, they totally oh wow, they're firing. I can totally turn this into a submarine now because I can just change these shells to supercavitation shells, I think, and they'll still fire at same speeds from underwater. Let's fire some. Wow, look at that! We can completely turn this into a submarine, no problems at all. It won't have any problems at all. But don't worry, guys, this thing is not built to be a submarine. This thing is too heavily armored to be a submarine, too expensive to be a submarine, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh my god, guys, I did not know about this sprayer. That is actually a character item for the robot avatar. I was discussing what to color this ship with my friend, and he told me about the sprayer, and boom! You can actually spray paint the whole ship into one color, then choose to paint the individual details later. This is so goddamn handy, I tell you, but it is not spraying these corners for some reason, and I can change the colors and do this. Isn't that amazing? I can paint the whole ship black, then add in the details later, and I'm not showing you the size because I think I have added some cool looking decorations to the sides. Let's depaint this for right now because I don't think I'll make it completely jet black this time though. Oh, I already love the shielding on this thing. Just look at this beauty. Every single one of those is a reflective strength 3 shield, and there's no holes through the shields except the back part, which I'll be fixing in a few seconds. And the shielding on the rocketry there looks amazing, I gotta say that. And fun fact, I just realized while making these shields I don't know if it's from the new patch or not, they do not need a color changer anymore. As you guys can see, these have the color changers, but if I delete it, they don't need it because they have got the color changing effects in themselves. And if I turn it to green and apply to all, look at that. Looks infected, but kinda looks like a color that I would eat for candy. But we want to go red, completely red, because we are the messengers of hell. And finally, after so many hours of tweaking and messing around with this thing is complete. Except the paint job, of course. And I love the fact that these detection equipments and stuff are so well hidden. Look at those. Those are munition warners. Those are radar 90s. These coincidence rangefinders looks like hats for my skulls for turret caps. And yeah, there are a lot of munition warners everywhere, hidden everywhere. And I added one general processing card to every piece of detection equipment so it can provide for itself in case some of the cards are shot down, so redundancy there. Look at that, look at that. I love them. I absolutely love them. And the underwater detection equipment is not so hidden because I am too lazy, but I think that is kinda okay because I added more shielding to this thing, and if I turn up the opacity a little on the shields, you guys can see nothing gets through. Absolutely nothing gets through. And if I get the time, I will add one more layer of shielding to this thing, so this thing will be in some places quadruple shielded and in some places triple shielded if I get the time. Right now it's double shielded and triple shielded. And it even has underwater shields, because I have noticed that some of the ships tend to attack my ammo box, which is around in here under the sea line. Yep, there we go, my ammo box. And the upper shields do not protect from those shells coming underwater. So double shielding even in underwater. And if a sneaky APS cannon sub tries to do anything, well, no sir, you can't. And as you guys, some of you guys already might have noticed, I have smoke defense as well. Look at these. One laser warner connected to a lot of smoke dispensers, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 setups of smoke dispensers all over the ship, and I have added quite the adequate amount of smoke dispensers. So good luck any laser that is not wavefront adjusted doing anything to this ship. And as you guys might notice this, I stole this design from Crossbones. The skull looked really cute on the Crossbones, so I added that, but I added some munition warning functionalities to it. And now let's talk about the lamps a little. You guys saw that there are not too many lamps because I think less lamps having more power are kind of better. There are 4 lamps here and there are 8 lamps in the middle. So that is that, and this thing is absolutely complete. Let's have a fight, then I'll complete the paint job. Look at this, this is amazing. Even I color coded the shields to orange, as you guys can see. Let's pull it out of the water. And the shields are heavy armor protected everywhere. Nothing gets through. As a wise man once said, aggressive defense is the best offense. Wait. No, what? No, that wasn't the quote. And finally, guys, after such a long time, the paint job of this thing is complete. This ship is officially complete, and I call this thing the FERHELL HOUND, with a hell in the FERHELL. Okay, please kill me. But the color looks amazing yet again. I don't know how I managed to color this, but somehow I managed to make them look good to myself, and I am very proud of that. So the theme of this ship, the aesthetic theme of this ship was the alternating heights of these slopes are meant to resemble claws, And there are two levels of claws, as you guys can see from the white and red. The lower claws are mostly used on the enemies, and they are stained by the blood of our enemies, while the upper claws are basically hard calcified bones protruding out of the main body to protect these claws in here. And that kinda ended up looking great. And as you guys can see, the turret caps on this thing is actually a skull with the manlets for its eyes. I'm very proud of that design. I don't know how I did that, but it just came into my mind one day and I wanted to make a skull. It looked much cooler in my head, but the blocky nature of this game doesn't really allow us to make that smooth of a skull, and these are basically two skulls strapped to the sides for aesthetic reasons. And these I forgot to paint. They were supposed to be painted a little bit silverish, so they kind of resemble chains and anchors of a ship. And this is the first proper heavily armored ship I have ever made, and I'm really proud of it. FERHELL HOUND. I love it. I love it. Even this is a skull, and since this is a triple barrel, this is kind of an alien hellspawn skull, turret cap, some things. And yeah, this thing just looks amazing. And even if these are gonna be underwater and you guys are not gonna see them all that much, I took the time to edit these and paint these quite nicely. And as you guys can see, the front is basically a bigger face of the imp. So yeah, this does look like a great white shark from hell, which is spawned in here, and it is being held by a really big docking station. This thing uses like 2 million power per second. Really big docking station. And now, before ending this video, a fight with something we did manage to decapitate, but we didn't manage to kill it simply because it despawned, and we probably wouldn't have killed it anyway because it was just taking too long. My Hell Knight was decapitated as well. You guessed it, it's the Perforator. Let the showdown begin. And turrets are, oh wow, every time that shoots it gives me the goosebumps. Look at that, oh my lord. So many of those rays went through and killed my superstructure a little, but I think my turrets are okay. Particle cannons, always dangerous, but a barrage of shells going towards you. And guess what, Perforator? My shells are bigger than yours and they will kill you. God damn. The amount of shields the Perforator has, but worry not, guys. We have disruptor conduits and frag spam, so I think the shields will be going down pretty soon. Look at that. Some shells are already in and I am loving it. Yep, still a lot of shields, but some of the ammo on the Perforator got destroyed and it has already gained a speed boost. And since the size of the Perforator is so big, we are soon gonna get into degraded mode because frag spam and stuff. And my missiles barely are reaching this thing since I deliberately spawned my ship a little bit far away because it is meant to be spawned far. I killed the particle cannon already, but I think the frag spams has damaged the cannon but not killed it yet. Kill it! My ship is reloading, is it not? Yep, it is. Okay, damn it. Okay, it has started getting damaged, and I think all those frags killed the particle cannon. Yep, all those frag spam killed the particle cannons, and we are in degraded mode, are we not? God damn it, Perforator, why are you so big? It's the first time in my life, I think the second time, that I have been into degraded mode and we are spamming it with shells. The frags, even the frags don't show up all that much in degraded mode. That is a bummer. But I think what is damaging our ship, 96%. Oh, perforator is 93%. What is damaging our ship is these missiles. Oh lord, yep, those are the missiles. We need better lamps. And at this rate, I think I will kill the perforator eventually. And if it does kill the perforator, I'll be so happy. Yes, it costs a ridiculous amount of resources, but it is almost, what, 2/5? No, 3/5 the size of the perforator. So yeah, that is very good on its own. It's only the missiles that are damaging it, and it is not getting damaged further while the perforator is at 81%. Look at that big hole. God, that must be a pain in the butt for the perforator. Hello, perforator. Another blast I see. I love when you blow up in your glory. I love looking at that, and I just realized I haven't even tweaked the naval AI even a little bit, so it's running on the basic AI settings. Why the lag? Oh, that's because one of the turrets got straight shot off. Amazing! Look at those shells. And now what is happening is we have came out of degraded mode since the perforator has lost so much volume. My ship is actually trying to hit the ammo of the perforator, which is under the sea, but at this angle there's this bouncing off and hitting the top of the perforator, so that works too. I just hope my ship doesn't ram the perforator at this point. Don't ram it. Don't ram it! God damn, the perforator is fast. It's so much more aerodynamic than my ship is. But yeah, it's 66%. It's kind of dead. It's kind of very dead. And with that, we will see the perforator die, and we will move on and finally do a campaign episode after 1.5 months. God damn. I have been having one sickness after another, then I had a surgery and whatnot, and god damn, it has been a hectic month for me, but I am back. This is the proof that I'm back. God. FERHELL Beast! Finish the perforator. You guys are gonna ram, are you not? 96%! Wow! So its superstructure took some damage, and before the perforator could do any more damage, its gunnery was kind of shot off. And I love that about it. So yeah guys, that is the FERHELL Beast. FERHELL Hound. I don't know what I will name it yet, because I didn't save it with a name. It's either FERHELL Beast or FERHELL Hound. So I'll name it and then save it, and that will be our next ship for the campaign. That I think I'll end this episode here, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video and enjoyed watching me build this thing. It has been a blast for me to build this, and I haven't uploaded in a while, but then there was a lot of things going in my life for the last 3 weeks. But I think I have sorted those out and I can get back to making more videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. Like this video if you liked it, and more importantly, like this video if you want From the Depths to continue as a series. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.